Good evening and a very warm welcome to Television Tonga News for this evening. Making headlines, Tonga to mark its first International Archive Day next week. Hototoli prison officers to provide counselling services to inmates. An Environment Week in Tonga continues, featuring a choral night last night. These and more stories, together with news from around the region, sports, world, and a bulletin of the latest weather later on in this bulletin. You're watching Television Tonga News. I'm Fatai Whainga with the news for tonight. Measures are being taken to ensure that parliamentarians can improve their knowledge on parliamentary processes and their roles in order to boost and ensure democracy and proper law drafting for the kingdom. Sinlato reports.
This was revealed by the Speaker of the House, Lord Whaanuatu Radio and Television Tonga News, on the last day of a two-day training for parliamentarians. As a guest speaker on the second day of training, the Speaker of the House said the training is a drive towards achieving His Majesty's wishes, which he revealed through his three nobles in the soft opening of Parliament for 2012-2013. His Majesty revealed his hope to further boost economy and address the needs of the people. If we carry out our roles and duties properly, we will be able to collect and address the people's needs more effectively. The training is led by the Clerk of South Australia's Parliament, Malcolm Lehman, and Dr. Coral Stanley. Tongatapu People's Representative Constituency No. 5, Aisakeke, says this is useful for all parliamentarians. There's a big gap between how Tonga's Parliament operates and ensures democracy and the South Australian Parliament. Australia Parliament has been operating democratically for many years, and it is important that there is a network between us. Overall, the Honourable Minister of Commerce, Tourism and Labour, Dr. Viliami Latu, says he found discussions on the roles and duties of parliamentarians enlightening. The training also helped us. The parliamentarians look at specific areas in their roles they can focus on to be improved. Other guest speakers during the sessions includes Tonga's Attorney General Neil Atsett, the Clerk of Parliament, Gloria Boleo, and members of the Remuneration Authority, Gelepi Makakaufaki and Litakami. For Television Tonga News, I'm Sinlato.
The Honourable Prime Minister Lord Ivano and the Honourable Fatafehi Lapatuita will mark Tonga's first International Archives Day on June 10th, 2013 in Nuku'alofa. More on that story with Pierre Ollier.
This is to create public awareness, recognition and appreciation of work of archives, museums and libraries in Tonga. It is also to promote the importance of preservation and safeguarding of historical materials, artifacts, landmarks for the future. Information from the Ministry of Information and Communication states the national theme is our museums, archives and libraries, preserving past and present information for the future. This is also a move towards implementing freedom of information for everyone by ensuring easier access to information at any time. It also ensures relevant information is collected for future references. The national marking of the International Archives Day will feature the first collective exhibits of collections from existing museums, archives and libraries. Other activities include 3 panel discussions on various topics of significance to the celebration of the day. This year's event is co-funded by the Ministry of Information and Communications and UNESCO and coordinated by a National Planning Committee made up of public and private sector members.
And a bill has been submitted against a ruling made by the Principal Magistrate, Salis Murphy, in a preliminary inquiry to release 4 accused who were allegedly accused of theft and embezzlement. The Magistrate Court continued to work on the bill submitted by Kilisi Pohiva last Monday. The 4 accused who were released by the Magistrate Court are Lord Divano, Her Royal Highness Princess Bilolewa Tuita, Honourable William Clive Atwoods and Tonga Set. In a ruling from the Principal Magistrate, he said Pohiva's evidence provided to the court against the accused were vague, inconsistent, not reliable enough, nor relevant to the charges laid against the accused, where this resulted in their release. In Pohiva's appeal, he claimed he provided sound evidence for the case to be heard in the Supreme Court. The preliminary inquiry refers to China's aid money of $25.45 million, of which $6 million was deducted for tax and 500,000 pa'anga was injected to the Tonga Development Bank. The remaining aid money was given to Tonga said company. Hotodoli prison officers can provide better counselling services and advice to its prisoners. This comes after they completed a basic counselling training which began last September to this year. Emma Vea reports.
The completion of the basic counselling training was marked with a certificate presentation by Bishop Soane Batita Painimafi at Huatoli prisons. 13 prison officers received certificates. The training was led by a counselling team from the Roman Catholic Church in the Diocese of Tonga and Niue. Leading the counselling training was Sinale Lea Fe'au, who says his training aims to improve the lives of the prisoners. This has been a very touching training session. We appreciate the support and commitment by the participants. During the course, we learned a lot from each other. We laughed, we cried, and we shared a lot in the sessions. The guest of honour at the event, the Prisons Commissioner, Sione Falemanu, says the counselling training aims to improve the lives of the prisoners. This training strives to achieve the vision and mission of the prisons ministry, which is to ensure a secure, safe and happy society. By doing so, we hope to provide moral support, counselling and sound advice to the prisoners, which will help them become upright citizens in society once they are released from prison. The Prisons Commissioner also thanked the facilitator of the program and stakeholders for visiting the prisoners and providing moral support. Emma Vea for Television Tonga News.
A sustainable environment for Tonga will depend on its good foundation and the public's efforts in preserving it. The statement was made by Lady Luani, the guest of honour at the Ministry of Lands, Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources singing competition held last night at the Queen Salote College Hall. Sinlanto again with more on that story.
Showing their support for Environment Week and its activities were the Minister of Lands, Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, Lord Ma'afu, and the Chairman of Parliament's Environment Committee, who is also a Member of Parliament for Tongatapu Constituency No. 2, Semisisika. In a speech from the guest of honour at the singing competition, Lady Luciane Luani, she reminded the gathering of the importance of safeguarding our environment by starting with small deeds like replanting and not littering. We need a good foundation to ensure our environment and surroundings will last. Those foundations are portrayed through dramas, songs and themes that were presented. The most important thing is the people. We are the environment. We are the ones who will create a good foundation for climate change. Although we can't control the impacts of climate change, we can still do something about it. 5 clubs joined the singing competition, composing songs related to the environment. The winner of the first prize of 1,000 pa'anga was the Fuekafa Scholarship Club from Te Kiu. Second prize of 600 pa'anga went to the Palepale Whaikawa Whonu Moemoa Club from Hofua. While the third prize went to the Hualanga Club from Kolomotua with 400 pa'anga. The Hofanga'anga Club from Havelu and the Funga Tapuia Club from Folaha won 200 pa'anga each. These prizes will be awarded on Friday and are funded by the PAC project, which monitors the water supply system in Hihifo, and the Masco project that looks after the mangroves.
Tonga's ambassador to China, His Excellency Siamilia Lato, has been appointed as one of the international consultants for the Asia Fortune Forum. This company is also called as the AFF, is a high-end international economic and financial forum organization provided for government officers, ambassadors, enterprises, leaders, experts, businesswomen and businessmen and economists. His Excellency Siamile Latu received the Certificate of International Consultant from Amy Wang of the Asia Fortune Forum. In his new role, he'll provide support with the AFF summits and play the ambassadorial role of promoting Tonga and seeking opportunities of foreign investment from among the AFF members. And that's the local news. Latest from around the region is up next.
Malo rei tonga. Ngai wike si ka hako mai, te mawhawha ta ngai whamatala, e ala tokoni ke teu ke tau taitari e teknolosia wa manaki ke whatuuta.
Ko ana si whale ka ano me mawhanga?
Te ko mai koutohi mi whasmu afi. Ke tau kamata rewa.
O koutohi ka mea tau fofua whe ilo ki ai, puka ha internet fo o koe ni, mai whonga hana o mai ki tonga ni.
O mau I heni, I ofisi e kautaha ke ipolo a tonga, sop. Ke kautaha fo koe ni, te nga whatau wholesale atu ai teknolosia fo uni. Ke tau humo ki loto, o tata ano mo ki nautolo.
Malo mo lava mai, kai tai regi mo e kautaha ke ipolo atu.
O ko whawhi la ke atu hene lau poini manu, koe pulo e vane tueka e kautaha ke ipolo a tonga. Mawa lele lau poini. Te ka lava whakamata lage whiu atu mo interneti fo o koe ni, mo whonga hana mai ki tonga ni.
Koe ke ipolo fiber optic koe ni, o whatoka mai e ki stahi, kamata mai I suva I fisi, whaha ke e sopu. Ko te whawhi o taki o tonga ni, ke u whonua ko tau pe mamani unau mai aki teknolosia interneti. Kono ola, o kulahian, wawean, te whaano pōni a ngai whitu taki tonga ni, o ngai aki ke ipolo.
Ko ia, ka oku whotunga whewhe nei ai ke ipolo pe waya interneti fiber optic.
Ko ke ipolo whatoka mai me fiski tonga ni, kilomita wau ngau wa anu nolo. Kono whotunga ai, ko whanki waya e whai e whitu taki. Ko toi ngā rewa, o ngā ak pe ke kofu ono malu, ko whanki waya I roto. Mai uhinga ke kepe. Kau e konga mawinga taha ngau e koe ni, ko savea, kona savea, a halanga le rei taha. No whatoka mai e ke ipolo, me fisi ki tonga ni. Hiri a savea koe ni, mai mahi noai, ko halanga le rei taha pe, a halanga waka, ko hui pe koe ni ngoloto.
Ai au whema e taimi lahi e ki hana whakatoka e ke ipolo koe ni.
Ikai, kono whatoka e ke ipolo ngā pe wakatahi. Ko whainga waka koe ni, nei whao pe whatamua ke ngai pe. Ko whapofo nei ke aho pe hongo fulu, no whatoka mai ke ipolo, me fisi ki tonga ni.
Io tonga, koe mōni, e whatuuta e tateti o ma I tonga. E ka mata hantu whake atu me nukalofa, I siulai, o aftahatou.
Ke tau whakamālomua ke pange a mamani, pange whakalakalaka e sia, puri anga tonga, kau mai kau taha whetutake a tonga. Ko waweni pe e tau whekotake mo mamani, I internet oma, maa mo whalala anga.
Whetutake rawa ke taha ngahi kau taha interneti, ke ngahi whaikiki.